أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله قال الله تعالى يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا قال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون قال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله قولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما ثم ما بعد فإن خير أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة وكشف الغمة ونصح الأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين ثم ما بعد. We start by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We send blessings and salutations to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his family and his companions and all of his followers until the end of time. Inshallah, today I want to take a little moment to remind myself and all of the brothers and sisters a very important topics, which is worship in Islam, by which our iman shows, the strength of our iman shows. How strong is our iman or how weak is our iman? That shows, this is a sign of our iman. Inshallah, today we're going to discuss about the love of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The love for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam he is loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is loved by all the angels. He is loved by all the inhabitants of the earth, in the sky, and in heaven, and everyone. Everyone loved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so much so, He never mentioned Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by name in the Quran. Whenever it's time to call, He never say, Ya Muhammad. Every time in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Ya Nabi, Ya Rasul, Ya Yuhan Nabi, like that. Only 4 times in the Quran the name of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came, but that's not Allah was talking to him. That Allah was introducing him, or Allah was mentioning a comment. Like when Isa alayhi salam said, after me there will come a prophet, his name is going to be Ahmad. So that's not Allah is calling Prophet Muhammad. He was giving introduction, kind of. Another Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that Muhammad is not a father of any of the men among you. So he wasn't calling Prophet Muhammad. He was saying a kind of introduction that Muhammad is someone who is not father of any of the believer, any of the men among you. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never called him by name in the Quran. Rather, the other prophet he called by name so many times. Ya Adam, Ya Musa, Ya Isa, so many times in the Quran. So that shows the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And who Allah loves, and the other day we mentioned in the khutbah that whoever Allah loves, the inhabitants of the sky and the heavens, everyone loved him. And when everyone in the heaven loved him, everyone in the world are forced to love him. That's how we love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why we love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a kind of worship. ইনশাআল্লাহ আজকে আমরা আলোচনা করব রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে ভালোবাসা সম্পর্কে। রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে ভালোবাসা আমাদের ঈমানের অঙ্গ। আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে ভালোবাসেন। ফেরেশতারা তাকে ভালোবাসেন। আকাশ এবং জমিনের প্রত্যেক সৃষ্টি রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে ভালোবাসে। সূরা জুই, আমরা তাকে ভালোবাসি। কিন্তু আমাদের ভালোবাসা হতে হবে এমন যে আমরা এটিকে এমন পর্যায়ে নিয়ে না যাই যেটি আমাদের জন্য ক্ষতির কারণ হয়। রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লাম নিজেই বলছেন, হাদিসের মধ্যে আসছে যে তোমরা আমাকে এমন ভাবে বাড়িয়ে না যেভাবে ঈসা আলাইহিস সালামের উম্মত তাকে বাড়িয়ে নিয়েছিল, তাকে বৃদ্ধি করে নিয়েছিল, তার সম্মান করার জন্য তাকে বৃদ্ধি করে নিয়েছিল। আমরা আলোচনা করতেছিলাম গত সপ্তাহে যে হাদিসের মধ্যে আসছে এক সাহাবী তিনি গেছেন সিরিয়াতে, আর সাহাবী গেছেন ইরাকে। তারা আসার পর বলেন, ইয়া রাসূলুল্লাহ আমরা আপনাকে সিজদা করতে চাই। বলেন কেন? এক সাহাবী সিজদা করতে লাগলো, তাকে আটকালেন, না না না। কেন? কারণ আমি দেখেছি ওইখানে তাদের বাদশাদেরকে, তাদের রাজাদেরকে সিজদা করা হয়। তো আপনার থেকে সম্মানের আর কে বেশি দাবিদার, হকদার? সেজন্য আমরা আপনাকে সিজদা করতে। তিনি বলেন না, সিজদা শুধুমাত্র আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলার জন্য। আর যদি আমি কাউকে পারমিশন দিতাম তো সেটা হতো স্ত্রীকে, তার স্বামীকে সিজদা করার জন্য পারমিশন দিতাম। তো বুঝা গেল আল্লাহ রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে সিজদা করার পারমিশন নাই। তো মানে হচ্ছে যে জিনিসটা পারমিশন ইসলামে নাই সেটা আমরা করতে পারবো। We cannot do that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding. Anas ibn Malik radhiyallahu anhu reported, he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من ولدي وولده والناس أجمعين. None of you have faith until I am more beloved to him than his children, his father, and all of the people. তোমাদের মধ্যে কেউ বিশ্বাসী হতে পারবে না, পরিপূর্ণ বিশ্বাসী হতে পারবে না যতক্ষণ না তার কাছে আমি সবথেকে বেশি ভালোবাসার হই, তার বাচ্চাদের থেকে, তার সন্তান থেকে, তার পরিবার থেকে, সবার থেকে। That means we have to love Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than ourselves, more than our family, more than our kids, more than our wife, more than everything in the world. We have to love Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than anything and everything, more than yourselves, more than ourselves. And he has the right to be loved more than anything. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another hadith, Abdullah ibn Hisham reported, we were with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was holding the hand of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. And Umar said, فقال له عمر يا رسول الله لأنت أحب إلي من كل شيء إلا نفسي. يا رسول الله, I loved you more than anything except myself. يا رسول الله, আমি আপনাকে সবথেকে বেশি পছন্দ করি, সবথেকে বেশি ভালোবাসি শুধুমাত্র আমাকে ছাড়া। আমি আমাকে সবথেকে বেশি ভালোবাসি, তারপরে আমি আপনাকে ভালোবাসি। فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا والذي نفسي بيده حتى أكون أحب إليك من نفسي. রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লাম বললেন যে না, যার হাতে মুহাম্মদের প্রাণ, তার শপথ, ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত তোমার ঈমান পরিপূর্ণ হবে না যতক্ষণ না তোমার কাছে সবথেকে বেশি পছন্দের এবং ভালোবাসার আমি হই। He said, no, by the one in whose hand is my soul, until I am more beloved to you than yourselves. Until I am more beloved to you than yourselves. Umar, who was he talking to? Umar রাদিয়াল্লাহু আনহু। তিনি বললেন যে না ওমর, হবে না যতক্ষণ না তোমার কাছে সবথেকে বেশি ভালোবাসার পাত্র আমি হই, তোমার থেকেও বেশি ভালোবাসা। فقال له عمر فإنه الآن والله لا أنت أحب إلي من نفسي. ওমর বললেন, ইয়া রাসূলুল্লাহ, আমি এখন আমার থেকে আপনাকে বেশি ভালোবাসি। Umar said, indeed I swear by Allah that you are more beloved to me now than myself, my own selves. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الآن يا عمر. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, now you're right, Umar. He was talking to Umar. তিনি অমরকে বললেন যে এখন ঠিক আছে অমর, এই যদি হয় অমরের জন্য ব্যবস্থা, তাহলে আমার আপনার জন্য কি অবস্থা? অমর হচ্ছেন ওই সাহাবী যাকে দেখলে শয়তান রাস্তা পরিবর্তন করে দিত, অন্য রাস্তায় চলে যেত। রাসূল বলছেন যে আমার পরে যদি কোনো নবী হতেন তো সে হতেন অমর। তো অমরের যদি এরকম অবস্থা হয় তাহলে আমার আপনার কি অবস্থা? We have to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than anything, more than ourselves, more than our kids, more than our family, more than our wife, more than anything and everything in the world. Except the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to be more than everything else. The strength of love for the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is connected to the Muslim's faith. রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ভালোবাসা ঈমানের অংশ। রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ভালোবাসাতে ঈমান বোঝা যায়, কার ঈমান কতটুকু শক্ত, কার ঈমান কতটুকু দুর্বল সেটা বোঝা যায় রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামকে ভালোবাসা থেকে। So this is part of the Muslim's faith. When his faith increases, his love for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam increases. When his faith decreases, his love for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam decreases. What are the signs? I don't cut cake for him anymore, right? No. When people doesn't love Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they don't follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They don't follow his teachings. They don't follow his methodology. They don't follow his way of worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One can increase your love by the messenger of Allah, by loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by realizing some of the things we're going to discuss inshallah. রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ভালোবাসা আমরা কিভাবে বৃদ্ধি করতে পারি আমি কিছু জিনিস আলোচনা করব ইনশাআল্লাহ। প্রথমত, he was sent by his Lord who chose him above all creation. রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা পৃথিবীতে পাঠিয়েছেন সবার থেকে বেশি সম্মানী করে। Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose him. Now there is whoever studies Sirah, they know in Sirah there are some respectable people of Quraysh. They say, why Muhammad? Why not me? Why not someone from Quraysh or me, someone like me, or someone from Banu Saqif? Why Muhammad? You don't choose that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. Allah chose Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah loved him. That's why he chose Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He loved him and was pleased with him. If Allah were not pleased with him, he would not have chosen him. So we must love the one who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. So Allah যাকে পছন্দ করেছেন, ভালোবেসেছেন, তাকে চুজ করেছেন, we have to love him. That's a part of our faith. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him as Khalil, the close friend. You know, among the prophets, some of them are messenger, some of them are prophets, some of them are more respectable than others. Ulul azmi minkum, the 5 of them. Among these 5, some are Khalilullah, the friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine, friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Among them, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was one of them. And among this Khalil, the one who is the leader of mankind in this world and hereafter is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he was the friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a hadith that narrated by Jundub, he said, I heard Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I declare before Allah that I have no close friend, Khalil, from among you. Allah has taken me as a close friend as he took Ibrahim as a close friend. If I were to have taken a close friend from among my ummah, I would have taken Abu Bakr as my close friend. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in hadith that I don't have any close friend among you because Allah took me as his Khalil, as his friend. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala আমাকে বন্ধু হিসেবে চয়েস করেছেন, খলিল হিসেবে চয়েস করেছেন। যদি আমি তোমাদের মধ্য থেকে কাউকে বন্ধু হিসেবে নির্বাচন করতাম, খলিল হিসেবে নিয়ে যেতে পারতাম, তো আবু বকরকে নিয়ে যেতাম। And we know how much he loved Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. In a narration he said, when Sahaba asked him, who do you love among ourselves the most? He said, Aisha. And then who? And he said, Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. So he loved Abu Bakr more than anyone, more than any other Sahabi except Aisha radiyallahu anha. And though he said that I have no close friend among you, why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose me as Khalil. So he is a friend of Allah, so we have to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Second, we should realize the high status to which Allah has raised him, for he is the best of the mankind. It was narrated by Abu Hurairah. He said, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ana sayyidu waladi Adam yawm al-qiyamati wa awwal min yanshaqqu anhu al-qabr wa awwal shafi'i wa awwal mushaffa'. He said, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I will be the leader of mankind in the day of Qiyamah, in the day of judgment. So that's his status, how high his status is. He said, I will be the leader of mankind in the day of Qiyamah, and I will be the first one to be resurrected from the grave, and I'll be the first one to make shafa'ah, and I'll be the one who will be asked to make shafa'ah first. That's his status. Without his shafa'ah, the day of Qiyamah will not start. It will not begin. The whole humankind, that's a long hadith we discussed so many times, the whole mankind will go to Prophet Muhammad and request him, Ya Rasulullah, please make shafa'ah, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala start the judgment day. And then on his shafa'ah, on his request, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will start the judgment day. That's his status. That's how high his status is. That's why we have to love Prophet Muhammad because of his status. Rasulullah সবথেকে সম্মানী। তিনি বলছেন হাদিসের মধ্যে আসছে, দুনিয়া আখিরাতে আদম সন্তানের মধ্যে সবথেকে আদম সন্তানের সর্দার লিডার হব আমি। সবার প্রথমে কবর থেকে উত্থিত করা হবে আমাকে, এবং সবার প্রথমে শাফায়াত করার অধিকার দেওয়া হবে আমাকে, এবং আমাকে বলা হবে শাফায়াত করার জন্য। That's how high status he has in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thirdly, we should realize that he suffered trials and difficulties to order to bring Islam to us. We should remember that the Messenger of Allah was persecuted, hated, slandered, insulted. আমাদেরকে মনে রাখতে হবে রাসূলুল্লাহ সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লাম যে কত কষ্ট করেছেন আমাদের জন্য, দ্বীনকে আমাদের কাছে পৌঁছে দেওয়ার জন্য। আজকে যে ইসলাম আমরা রেডি পেয়েছি, কি করতে হবে না করতে হবে আপনি হাদিস খুঁজলেই পেয়ে যাবেন, আপনি দ্বীনের রিলিজিয়াস বই খুঁজলেই পেয়ে যাবেন। কিভাবে আসলো দ্বীন আল্লাহর পক্ষ থেকে? রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামের মাধ্যমে। And it wasn't easy. He was slandered, he was hit, he had to fight war, he had to go against his own people, he has to go against his own tribes, he has to be persecuted from his own country. It wasn't easy. He sacrificed a lot for this ummah. That's why you have to love him. Today everything is ready for us. We need anything, you just go to the book of hadith and book of fiqh, and you find, oh, this is the rulings. That's how we do it. This is the Islam. Oh, it wasn't easy. It came bit by bit, one by one, in the long run of 23 years. By Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to him. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to love him for those. It was narrated that Anas radiallahu anhu said, I saw the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the barber was cutting his hair, and his companions were going around him, wanting to ensure that his hair would fall into someone's head. রাসূলুল্লাহকে এত ভালোবাসতেন, যখন তার আনাস রাদিয়াল্লাহু বলছেন, যখন তার চুল কাটা হচ্ছিল, নাপিতে সে তার চুল কাটতেছিল, তখন আমি দেখছিলাম যে সাহাবীরা তার চারপাশে ঘুরঘুর করতেছেন, যেন তার একটা চুলও যেন মাটিতে না পড়ে। এমন ভাবে সম্মান করতেন তার রাসূলুল্লাহকে। That doesn't mean they worship his hair. This just shows their love for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's how we have to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah give us understanding. And fifthly, we should follow his sunnah in word and deed. So the sunnah is the path you follow in your whole life, and you put everything before any other words, and his command before everything else. You should follow the aqidah of his noble companions and the aqidah of the tabi'in and who followed him. আমাদেরকে রাসূল সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লামের সুন্নাহ অনুসরণ করতে হবে। তিনি যা শিখিয়ে গিয়েছেন, যা করতে বলেছেন, তা আমাদেরকে ওইসব জিনিস অনুসরণ করতে হবে। তাকে ভালোবাসার পদ্ধতি হচ্ছে, উপায় হচ্ছে, তিনি যা বলে গেছেন, যা করে গেছেন, তাকে ওই সমস্ত জিনিস আমাদেরকে করতে হবে, ওই সমস্ত জিনিস আমাদেরকে অনুসরণ করতে হবে। We have to follow what he said, what he told us to do, and what he told us to stay away from. We have to follow his order, his commands. That's how we can love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people who can follow his deen. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Now we're going to discuss something about Mawlud, Miladun Nabi. That's like customs in our society, customs all over the world, which wasn't done by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nor any Sahabi, nor any Tabi'in, nor any of the third generation people, the first three generations people, which is innovated, which is new in Islam. Is it permissible to celebrate Mawludun Nabi? No. There is nothing in the Quran to say that Mawlud, we should celebrate Mawludun Nabi or Miladun Nabi or the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, himself, he did not do this, nor he commanded anyone to do this. Rather, he did something else. He was fasting every Monday. And Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, why do you fast every Monday? He said, because I was born on that day. The revolution came first to me on that day, and another riwayat, he said, my a'mal goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that day. So if you love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then do what he did. Fast every Monday of the year, which is 52 Monday to 53 Monday. Who does that? Not everyone. So if you really love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and if you say you love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why you cut the cake and you do innovative things. Why don't you do that? Fasting every Monday throughout the year. That will be a love for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So indeed, he told his companions not to exaggerate about him as the Christians had exaggerated about Jesus. And he said, do not exaggerate about me as the Christians exaggerate about the son of Maryam. বরঞ্চ তিনি রাসূলুল্লাহ কি বলছেন, যে তোমরা আমাকে এইভাবে বাড়িয়ে না, যেভাবে ঈসার উম্মত ঈসাকে বাড়িয়ে নিয়েছিল। ঈসা আলাইহিস সালামের উম্মত ঈসাকে কি বানিয়েছিল? আল্লাহ বানিয়ে দিয়েছিল, গড, দ্য সান অফ গড। নাউযুবিল্লাহ। আমরা যেন আমাদের রাসূলুল্লাহকে এইভাবে বাড়িয়ে না নেই। What he Prophet did on his birthday, on his date of birth? Also remember one thing: the date was not 12th Rabiul Awwal. That's it. That is very popular among the Muslim Ummah, which is not 12th Rabiul Awwal, not confirmed. Rather, his date of his death was 12th Rabiul Awwal. That's for sure. That's confirmed. If you go through any Sirah books, any books of Sirah, you'll see the 12th Rabiul Awwal was not his actual date of birth. There are so many other narrations which some says first, some says third, some says ninth, some says seventh, some even says not even Rabiul Awwal. So it's not 12th Rabiul Awwal, but his date of his death is, that's for sure 12th Rabiul Awwal. Now when we celebrate the Prophet's birth date on 12th Rabiul Awwal, are we celebrating his birthday or his death day? So we should stay away from all those things. Did the companions celebrate Mawlud al-Nabi? No, they did not. None of the Sahabas celebrate Mawlud al-Nabi. We know that Sahaba were the people who loved the Prophet ﷺ most. Can anyone love Prophet ﷺ more than Sahabas? No, because they were with him. They saw his struggles. They were with him all the time. So they loved him more than anyone in this ummah. It reported that Abu Bakr was the closest friend to him among all the people, and he is the one who loved him the most. Did he celebrate his birthday, Abu Bakr? No. Abu Bakr was so keen to follow the sunnahs, even after the death of Prophet ﷺ, when he sent Osama bin Zaid to a expedition, making him the leader of army, and he was 18 to 19 years old. Other Sahaba said, Ya Amirul Mu'minin, Ya Khalifatul Muslimin, don't make him as an leader of the army, because he is so young. Abu Bakr got angry. He said, what? Prophet Muhammad ﷺ made Osama as the leader of this army, and how can I disappoint him? I cannot do that. That's how keen he was to follow the Prophet's Sunnah, Muhammad ﷺ. And he never celebrated Prophet's birthday, nor Umar, nor Usman, nor Ali, nor any of the Sahaba celebrated Prophet's birthday. Nobody did. Did leading Muslim scholars celebrate Mawlud al-Nabi? No. Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, Sufyan al-Thawri, none of the leading Islamic scholars celebrated Prophet's birthday until the 4th or 5th centuries later. It started somewhere in Sham, somewhere in Egypt. Until then, nobody celebrated Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's birthday. So this is clearly an innovation. We should not do that. How to express the love for Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? What the Quran tells us to love for the Prophet ﷺ is demonstrated by following the guidelines of Quran and the Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرُ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran, Surah Al-Imran, He said, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you really love Allah, then follow me. Allah will love you and forgive you and your sins. Allah is oft forgiving and merciful. Allah is mentioning in the Quran, if you really love Allah, then love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So loving Allah, you cannot love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam ke bhalabasha chhada Allah ke bhalabashar kono upay nei. If someone says I love Allah and he doesn't follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's a liar. Either he's a liar or he doesn't have understanding of this deen and this religion. Without loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you cannot love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْكَافِرُونَ. Say, obey Allah and the Messenger, but if they turn away, then Allah does not like the disbelievers. Allah পরে কি বলতেছেন যে বলো যে তুমি obey Allah and obey His Messenger, His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and if you turn away, then Allah does not love the disbelievers. Allah doesn't even say you are disbeliever. He clearly said Allah doesn't love disbeliever. Means if you don't follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you don't turn yourself towards Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you are a disbeliever, and Allah doesn't love disbeliever. It's clear in the Quran. That's how you can love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to go through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's a hadith in Sunan At-Tirmidhi, which is daif, but why I want to mention that? Because it goes with the teachings of Islam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in this hadith, he said, "Waman ahya sunnati faqad ahabbani." Those who love my sunnah, those who follow my sunnah, he loved me actually. So those who follow the sunnah, he loved me actually. So by following the sunnah, we can love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَنْ أَحَبَّنِي كَانَ مَعِي فِي الْجَنَّةِ. And those who love me, he will be with me in Jannah. Though this hadith is daif, but it doesn't go against the teaching of Islam. That's why I mentioned. But telling it's a daif, hadith is daif. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us the danger of not obeying him. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself told us the dangers of not following him. And the danger of adding to what he brought. রাসূল আমাদেরকে বলে গেছেন যে তাকে অনুসরণ না করার ক্ষতি কি, এবং কেউ যদি কোনো কিছু নতুন সংযোজন করে দিনের মধ্যে, তাহলে সেটা কি ক্ষতি, সেটা কি ভয়াবহ ব্যাপার. The celebration of Maulud on his birthday is indeed an addition that people brought in the religion. রাসূল আমাদের জন্মদিন পালন করা দিনের মধ্যে নতুন জিনিস, যেটি নতুন এসেছে দিনের মধ্যে. As all the scholars agreed, প্রত্যেক সব ইমামরা, সব স্কলাররা এটাতে একমত হয়েছেন যে মাউলুদুন নবী, celebrating Maulud is an innovation. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said himself in hadith, فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ أَصْدَقَ الْحَدِيثِ كِتَابُ اللَّهِ وَخَيْرَ الْهَدِي وَهَدِي مُحَمَّدٍ صلى الله عليه وسلم وَشَرَّ الْأُمُورِ مُحْدَثَاتُهَا وَكُلَّ مُحْدَثَةٍ بِدْعَةٍ وَكُلَّ بِدْعَةٍ ضَلَالَةٍ وَكُلَّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said every innovation, every newly invented things in religion is innovation. Every innovation is misguidance, and every misguidance will go to hellfire, in the Jahannam. রাসূল বলে দিচ্ছেন যে প্রত্যেক নতুন সৃষ্টি হচ্ছে বিদআত, এবং প্রত্যেক বিদআতের ফল গুমরাহি, প্রত্যেক গুমরাহির ফল জাহান্নাম. সো আমরা যারা বুঝি না বুঝে দিন পালন করার জন্য, রাসূলকে ভালোবাসা দেখানোর জন্য যে আমরা অনেক জিনিস করি যেগুলো দিনের মধ্যে নতুন সংযুক্ত করা হয়েছে, যেগুলো দিনের মধ্যে ছিল না কখনো, সাহাবীদের সময় ছিল না, রাসূলের সময় ছিল না, তাবেঈনদের সময় ছিল না, তাবেঈনদের সময় ছিল না. এটা হচ্ছে বিদআত. To save yourself, you have to stay away from all those things. You cannot celebrate Prophet's birthday in a way, in a manner, in a fashion that is not prescribed in our religion, which is something new. You have to stay away from all those things. And if you love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then learn about him, learn his seerah, learn his life. That's how you can love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when you learn seerah, when you study his seerah, you will see how he lived, what was his character like, what was his behavior with others like, what did he do in the night time, what did he do in the daytime, what did he do in every single moment of his life. And then you can follow him. That's the way to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. আমরা যারা ক্লেম করি যে আমরা রাসূলকে ভালোবাসতে চাই, আমাদেরকে তার জীবন সম্পর্কে জানা উচিত, শেখা উচিত. যদি আমরা তার জীবন সম্পর্কে জানি, যদি জীবন সম্পর্কে শিখি, তাহলে দেখতে পারবো, বুঝতে পারবো যে সাহাবীরা তাকে কিভাবে ভালোবেসেছেন. To follow him, to follow his way, we have to learn the seerah. তাবেঈনরা বলতেন যে আমাদেরকে সিরা এমনভাবে শিক্ষা দেওয়া হতো যেভাবে কোরআন শিক্ষা দেওয়া হতো, কোরআনের সূরা শিক্ষা দেওয়া হতো. আমরা সিরাকে একদম পাত্তাই দিই না. We have to study seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so that we can know him. And how can you love someone if you don't know about him? কাউকে যদি ভালোবাসতে হয় তার সম্পর্কে জানতে হবে. তো আসলে কি তিনি এগুলো করেছেন? আসলে কি তিনি এগুলো পছন্দ করতেন? When you know the seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you will understand that if you would ask Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you are able to ask Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, is it good to do? Is it okay to do? Wallahi, he would say no. This is not the religion, because religion is complete. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran and Surah Al-Ma'idah, He said, I completed this religion today. Today that the deen was completed. There's nothing to add or delete from this religion. Everything that this religion need, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled through the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is nothing you can add. If you add something, that's not deen. That's not Islam. Though you think it's Islam, it's not Islam. My brothers, following Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to love him, we have to study Sirah so that we can understand what the love for him like. We can see the Sahaba's love for him, what Sahaba did for him. Once Abdullah ibn Umar who was coming from a journey. He went somewhere. He was coming. He had some companions with him. So he came in a way, at a point he came and he bowed his head down like this. He did this. There was nothing, no tree, no branches, or no anything was there. And his companion said, "Why did you do that? There is nothing. There is no tree. Like if there is a tree, we'll understand that. Okay, you put your head down, right? But there is nothing like that. Why did you do that?" He said, "When I was young, I went to a journey with Prophet Muhammad. When he came here at this point, there was a tree at that time, and the branch was falling towards the way. And because there was a branch in the way, he ﷺ put his head down. He went just like this. But today there is no tree, but I still love Prophet ﷺ. Because of his love, I still bow my head here. This is the love for Prophet ﷺ. So what he did, we have to do that. What he told us to do, we have to do that. Not cutting a cake or do something that is not allowed in Islam. Don't destroy your Islam, my brothers. Don't go to Jahannam. Don't make your all the deed like destroyed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people of Jannah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people who follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam according to what Islam taught us. Today is 7th Rabiul Awwal. Don't fall in the trap of other people who told us to, oh, there's a mahfil, there's a jalsa, come on that day. No, don't do that. You have to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam throughout the year, every day of the year. We have a Sirah lecture going on in the masjid every Wednesday and Friday. Join us from Maghrib to Isha. We do that throughout the year. It's been going on for like the last 4 or 5 months. We don't love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam only one day. We have to love him every single moment of our life until the death comes to us. Hatta atahul yaqeen. Until the serenity comes to us. He is the way for us to go to Jannah. Without him, we cannot go to Jannah. Without his shafa'ah, we cannot go to Jannah. Because if you do something, some innovation, if you involve in innovation, in the day of judgment, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will throw you away from the Hawd al-Qawsar. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Nabiul Rahmah, Nabiul Mercy. And if he sallallahu alaihi wasallam throw us away from the mercy, throw us away from the Hawd al-Qawsar, what would happen to us? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam মতো রহমতের নবী, যিনি কখনো কারোর সাথে খারাপ ব্যবহার করেননি, তিনি যদি কিয়ামতের দিন আপনাকে দূর করে তাড়িয়ে দেন হাউজে কাউসার থেকে, আপনার আমার কি অবস্থা হবে? We cannot save ourselves from the wrath of Allah by innovation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the correct understanding of this deen and religion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from all the evil, save us from all the innovation. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداء الدين واحمي حوزة الإسلام يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصر دينك وكتابك وسنة نبيك وعبادك الموحدين. اللهم أن تنصر الإسلام وأهله في كل مكان. اللهم أن تنصر الإسلام وأهله في كل مكان. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. على ذكر الله الأكبر وأقيموا الصلاة.